The best day and time to list a home. And most agents get this wrong. And I'll give you some other great time, day, seasonal information that will be of use and helpful to you that you want to know and need to know. Okay, let's go into it. So, we want to know the best day and time to list a home. And I have asked this question multiple times in my group, and I get all kinds of different answers. But I believe I have settled on what I have seen to be what I consider the absolute best, just from all the data that I have seen talking to so many different people and the logic behind why I feel this way. So this is if you're trying to maximize showings, offers, and final sale price. Okay, so timing does matter. While local markets might vary a little bit, these are the best general guidelines. Of course, if your particular region has a certain thing, I get it. But I'm saying overall, this is the one. So just to cut to the chase, the best day of the week, drum roll, Thursday. Okay, why Thursday? Well, your listing is going to be fresh heading into the weekend. That is critical. Buyers see it Thursday night and Friday. Weekend is when most buyers are going to tour homes. It's going to create urgency before open houses. That's why we pick Thursday. Now, generally speaking, the second best, believe it or not, I believe is Wednesday. Okay. Same kind of reasons, just a little bit early. Thursday, I think, is just a little stronger. Um, and then the third best, and this is the one I always originally thought was Friday. It does work well, but your listing competes with many new listings. It's not that it's a bad day, it's just because of the competition. That's why we like to get the one day ahead for Thursday versus Friday. For all of you people saying, come on, I know it's Friday. That we always do it that. Yeah, I was taught that as well. But actually, if you compare them, you're going to get better results on average consistently on Thursday. Okay, now comes the next question. And before we jump into that, if you like this content, please make sure you are subscribing, put a like, put what day you think, if it's not Thursday or whatever, and the times. But make sure you jump into my free coaching group on school and then my paid one so you can get accountability. Ask me what the next thing that you need to do. I have A's that's just crushing it right now. A few people, just sold couple $1 million listings. Another one's got 10 plus, right? Uh, Pending contracts. I mean, the agents that I'm coaching are just doing phenomenally well as long as they're willing to put in the work. That's as long as you're willing to be accountable and put in the work, you can do great. All right, let's get back to this. Okay, so the best time of day to go live. Now, just to cut to the chase once again, it's between 8 and 11, okay, a.m. So benefits. The agents are going to see it during business hours. This is critical. You want them, right? So they're going to get that full time on Thursday. They're going to have a chance to see it all day Thursday as well as Friday before the weekend. Buyers receive listing alerts immediately, which is nice because it is during those times. Gives enough time to schedule same day showing. That's why we want to go in the morning. That 8 to 11, I range from earlier being better. So it gives more time for those same day showings and it appears all new all day. So if you go right in the morning, you're going to maximize your time so that it will have a new all day listing, which is great. Avoid publishing late in the evening if possible. Now, look, I know sometimes we get a listing, they want it to go live. I get all of that, but I'm just saying this is optimal, right? And if you have not tried it, please try it out. Come back and you can post how it did because I'm just telling you, I've done this a lot for a lot of people across the country. This is what I found to be the best, generally speaking. Okay, now let's get into something else. So, what are the best months to list, right? Well, generally, they're going to be April, uh, May, March, June, September. Okay. Spring usually brings more buyers, better weather, families wanting to move before school starts. It's great. Better curb appeal. Okay. What's the best season? Usually is spring. Usually is the strongest. It's because highest buyer demand, better pricing, more competition among buyers. Okay. Summer is great for families relocating for sure. Pro school, you got School break, longer daylight, more showing, so that part's great. And vacations, though, can slow activity is one of the cons. For fall, okay, fall is very good if inventory is lower. Serious buyers remain, which I like, and there's less competition. And then, of course, for winter, it can still be excellent. Buyers looking now usually have to move. That's the good part when you do have buyers. There's certainly less competition from other listings, and holiday weeks are typically slower. I have found, though, me personally, because there's less agents, it was easier for me to be successful if I was focused in that like late November, December, where a lot of people are taking time off. I generally could accelerate, and the people that I've coached as well, assuming weather has to be somewhat cooperative. Okay, let's go for some other best times. So we're going to do best days for open houses, right? People have asked that. I think this one's generally, I think, pretty well known. Saturday is the number one, highest attendance. So buyers have flexibility. It's easier for families. So if you've got to pick just one day that you're going to do it, Saturday. Sunday is probably number two. Excellent second option. Great after church or lunch. And many buyers tour multiple homes. So one and two. And then, of course, the next one I would pick is going to be that Friday. And I generally like a Thursday, Friday also, being very similar, Friday being a little bit better. But I like to, those are great times when I can knock the neighborhoods, right? Sometimes Saturday morning early as well, as soon as you can. But Thursday and Friday, I can kind of set that up and invite all the people to come out to the open houses. So both of those days are generally really good. Being Friday being the exception, people are normally in great moods. That's a pretty good one to do it. Okay, best times for open house. Now, if you're crazy like me, right, and I want it from as soon as you can go early till it gets dark. That's what I do, and I have seen people come in late, and I've seen people come in early, right? If you have enough signs, that's my favorite. But if you're saying optimal, if you're only going to hold it for a few hours, right? Let's say 3 hours. I would say 11 to 2 is a great time, or 12 to 3. So you can avoid a little bit of the early mornings. It's a little slower. That's the time I like to go around and knock, or late evenings. But once it starts to get dark, it becomes less effective. So if you're saying optimally, 11 to 2 would be my number one, and 12 to 3 would be my number two. Okay. All right. And then best times for listing photos. Okay. This is what professional photographers have told me. Early mornings, late afternoon, the golden hour. Those really, really make it great. You get softer lighting, better curb appeal, brighter interior photos. So those are the times we're going to do it. Um, so hopefully that definitely helps you for sure on the timing. And then I'll give you one bonus just because you stuck around to the end. I'm going to give you the times to call, what I have found in my personal time if you're going to be reaching out. It can vary a little bit, but really good power. I love like a 9 to 11, 9 to 12 is a great time. And then 4 to 7 is also really high where people will pick up. So, that 9 to 11, you can sneak in a lunch hour or two, maybe being a second or third option depending. But 4 to 7 is also, for whatever reason, very high pickup rate of connecting with people. So that works really well. 9 to 11 is definitely a time you want to reserve. You can generally get to people. And then, of course, on number three, I would say probably right between that 12 to 1 time period for lunch. A lot of times you can catch people in there, and you could even say like 11:30 to maybe 1:30 range. I would say is a number three option if you're going to say best time to call. And even text, you're going to get a higher response rate at those particular times. Okay. All right, guys. Hope this helps. I thought this was kind of fun one, right? I always hear people asking what's the best time to list a home. I see so many opinions, and I was wrong when I first started out because I always thought it was like Friday or whatever, Saturday or something like that. Nah, Thursday has found to be, I think, produce the highest results for you. So hopefully this helps. This will improve it, and we'll make sure that you like and subscribe if you do like the content, and join those free coaching groups and the paid one. And we'll see you on the next one. These are really, really fun for me to do, and I hope you enjoy it as well. Take care.